3 years.
So then it became Mine Finds.
Yeah.
Throughout that history, there's always been a few pieces, a few materials, a few gems, a few Mine Finds that have always been the backbone, the cornerstone of this line. And in this necklace, when it premiered just a few months ago, we were excited to see the reaction to celebrating Jay's history with beautiful, genuine blue lapis, turquoise, and spiny oyster shell. We're going back to when Jay was just 21 years old and starting out in this business. This is one of the rare occasions where Jay and the team have been able to react to all the consumer and customer feedback and bring this back in stock. We will be selling this out again right now. Without further ado, let me reveal the pricing they maintained, still the lowest price ever, down from $230, down from $230 to $99.98 with free shipping and handling. We'll count backwards with everybody. I'll let you know as we're approaching that sellout. These colors, the combination, the palette together, it's just beautiful. It's exotic, it's exciting, and it's something that will be in your jewelry wardrobe for a lifetime. This is an heirloom piece. Again, I will keep you posted. We've already pre-sold 170 by folks sneakily coming on through. Jay, what an exciting moment. And it's the backbone, these are the backbone of your business, really.
Well, you know what this is? This is like old home week for me, okay? Like what we did. But what makes this design so unique is the color combination that you get with this, this look, okay? But it's really kind of where I started. It's old school. And when you see this price, it actually hurts me. I'm sitting here right now, and where my wallet is there's a throbbing pain, okay? Here's what we did on this, okay, and I'm just going to let everybody know how this works, okay, and how the buying, I wouldn't say sneaky, okay, but here's the thing. We offered this. This was a special deal. Yep. They actually did a special price on this. Adam and I launched it. We blew it out, and I'm talking we had thousands of them. Now, we don't have thousands of them now. I think we had 4,000 or 5,000 units is what we had. We sold these in less than 5 minutes. Yep. I mean, we blew them out. They just rolled out the door. So many people missed out on it that we had so many people get a hold of the buyer afterwards that, you know, because, you know, like what they do is they'll go on back order. Well, they never came. We didn't have any that people actually kept them. They, you know, so there was, you know, that we didn't get anything back. They said, is there any way you can do this again? And so we looked at it and said, yeah, we can make it again. Now, this is months ago, right? These are all individually hand done. But to tell you the truth, this is not a profit deal. If you want a deal, guys, they maintain this price, which is just crazy. It's insane, the price. To be honest with you, they held my feet to the fire. Right. Okay. You said that. And when we brought these back in, you know, we could only, there's a reason we only did 1,000. That's all we could do, right? That's all I could do. And, but, you know, this really honestly is the deal of a century. You've got this natural, check it out, okay, and everybody who hasn't shopped with me, so I'm talking to the people that know, the lapis, this natural lapis right here, the only reason you're seeing that this is all A, AA, and AAA grade lapis. This is material that I've had put back in my private collection, that a lot of this material, honestly, I've had for 25 years. Yep. It's the only reason I have it. Now, that being said, I'm telling you this right now, I'm gonna clue everybody in on lapis, and you mark my words, next year, I'm already, in fact, my buyer and I, we're just finished up April, and we're now working on May, but we're already working on things for October of 2023, of December of 2023. Oh my gosh. I mean, there's a lot of things that we have to work that far out. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna see a lot of lapis beads from me next year. I just don't have the material. Then you've got this beautiful Angel Peak turquoise, that's a natural high blue, and then the Spiny Oyster. All of these materials, of the top 6 materials that I have in my line, of the top 6 go-to materials, this has got 3 of those materials that we constantly go to and that we're known. We're known for our lapis, we're known for our turquoise. And then Spiny Oyster, anybody's heard my story, I mean, my hair was much longer than our first. You know, I think about every time I see Spiny, I think about the craziness. You know, I was in college. We would go down to San Carlos and to Guaymas, and we would dive. We would live on the beach. You can't even do that anymore.
No.
And the only thing that we went into town for was to refill our scuba tanks and get beer. That was the only thing that we went into town for. Everything else we harvested or whatever, and we got it. And Spiny Oyster was, there were, at that time, there were just piles and piles and piles of the shell on the beach. The locals, they eat them. I mean, the oyster is lovely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a really delicacy. They're protected now, you can't get it. But at that time, that was just a waste product. We used to have this old beat up Volkswagen van, right? And we would load that thing to where, I mean, you could literally almost couldn't see out the windshield. It would have these effects. If you tried to do that now, number one, Fish and Wildlife, you would be arrested.
Yep.
And number two, they wouldn't let you cross a border. I mean, you know, you would never be able to do that. But back then, nobody really knew about it, and it's just an oyster shell, so they let you bring it. We're the ones actually that started you know, like, and I'm not just saying me, everybody that I knew, we are the ones that actually started cutting the shell, using it in our jewelry, and we were the ones that figured it out. Then what happened is we'd go down to go diving. We think, man, we're gonna score a bunch more shell.
Yeah.
Nothing, because all the locals figured it out. They figured out, okay, why are they taking this?
They got savvy to it.
And now, to tell you the truth, it's virtually impossible to get the spiny oyster.
Right.
There's only 12 families that I'm aware of, and they're all grandfathered in. And they only let them harvest it. There's 2 seasons, twice a year that they're allowed to harvest it. And you have to be in those families, your grandfather. They don't just give permits to anybody.
And that's what makes this so special. Remember, this was launched and debuted to celebrate 28 years of J. King on HSN. It's that moment in time. It's a milestone necklace. That's why we've been promoting this from the very beginning, because it has been an encore opportunity. It is about to sell out. With everyone ordering, there are 300 left. There are no more. To get that high blue, rich robin's egg blue, turquoise, to get the lapis, double, triple, premium grade lapis, and to get the spiny oyster shell, obviously, as Jay said, you just can't anymore. This complete collection is something that